Now we're 100 plus days into this thing. What has been your perspective to date on the role and the importance of innovation and entrepreneurship in this pandemic that we're all experiencing?
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's never been more important. I'll say something a little controversial, or at least it got me in trouble the other day, which is so I studied military history and national security in college, oddly enough, and this most reminds me of wartime. Where, by the way, innovation gets a huge kick in the pants. I once was on a panel and I got the question, what would be the single fastest way to spur innovation in America? And I said, we could go to war. I don't recommend it, but I'm just saying that's usually the fastest way to get innovation.
Yeah.
Did not go well on the panel, by the way. It was
Right.
not appreciated.
Right.
But the point stands, which is that in times of enormous adversity and threat is when we get most creative as people. And certainly our country has that reservoir. And I will say, again, at the risk of being controversial, that the less leadership and guidance we have from various important quarters, the more important it is that we take matters into the hands of the most creative and innovative people in our society. And that means, entrepreneurs, and trying to solve problems. And, look, when you think about it, right, we're all at some point strategically at the mercy of innovators in science who are thinking about vaccines, and in the meantime we've got super creative people trying to get protective equipment and data surveillance systems to better track cases. So just even in the most obvious ways, innovation has an importance. But to your question, Marcus, about the portfolio and how to think about that, I mean, we're blessed that we've been thinking about impact and diversity for 11 years, and it
Mm-hmm.
happens that there's a bit of a moment for companies that are good for the world and
Mm-hmm.
that have diverse founders at the moment. But the other thing that I'll share with you is, my partner Eric, the H and HL, Eric Hatsumemo. So Eric and I worked together through the aftermath of 9/11. I came to work for him just after that, and I had a national security background coming out of some prior work. And then in 2008, we were working together, just starting this firm. So we've had a couple of moments of crisis and economic disruption under our belts together as a team. And just like a mountain climbing team that's seen avalanches before, we were just like ready for this, right? And it's not to say that it's easy and that we didn't lose sleepless nights and hair and all sorts of other stuff, but it just meant that we were able to then move, carefully but aggressively in support of our companies and making new deals and new investments, which in the venture world have been few and far between recently. And it's because in times of crisis you can achieve some differentiation. And so